this weekend, one of the biggest cards of recent. Let's get into it.
Oh, show me the money, huh? Show me the money.
I think it's a little bit biased. We pick Oliveira in our best bets. Like he does our best bets every week, our intro. If he fights and we don't pick him, then we have to take him off.
Mm-hmm. We got to do somebody else.
Yeah.
When he wins this week, we're using the same thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You want to go with that one first, Simon?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and kick it off. For my best bet this week, I'm going with Bronx Oliveira at plus 190 as an underdog, and that's pretty much the story of his life, being an underdog. Growing up, was told he wouldn't be able to play any sports. Then he became a UFC champion, illuminated by God. So, but for real though, all jokes aside, and all of my fandom and whatever you want to call it aside, this is a really tough test for him. Arman Tsarukyan is a beast. He's proven that he is. His only losses are the Gamrot, which is very questionable. I think he won that fight, and obviously who Charles Oliveira lost to, Makhachev. So both these guys Arman's looking for his first title fight, and then Charles is looking to get back into it. Lightweight's looking a little weird right now, but we'll see what happens after this fight. But I really do think Charles' experience is going to come into play here. I think that he's so versatile. Like if he does have to grapple, he's going to be fine. Like we said in the preview video, he's going to shoot for triangles and do like deep De La Riva and UFC, which is like never seen before, but he's done like the craziest stuff. So I think Arman's not necessarily lack of experience. But he just had his first basically but his first main event. He's only had a couple maybe, and that might have been his first one. But I just feel like he's going to be blinded by the lights a little bit. I think Oliveira is so comfortable in the ring right now. He has all his gang with him, like you were talking about, Alex, all blonde hair. I think Oliveira's striking is going to come into play in this. Even though Arman does have those two knockouts, I think when you have two great grapplers go against each other, I think striking is when it comes in handy. And Oliveira has a chin, man. We've seen that. I don't think Arman's going to be able to knock him out. Arman's going to have to take him down. And like I said, I think Charles is going to be fine when he gets taken down. He's going to get right back up the next round, do it again, and keep putting the pressure on Arman. Both are pressure fighters. So I'm really interested to see how this goes for real, though. Like I said, Phantom aside, there's going to be an awesome fight. There's going to be a lot of pace involved. I think the only person that can beat Charles right now is Islam Makhachev. So he's going to put the pace on Arman and win this fight. And at plus 190, I'll take it when I can.
I'd love to see it. Yeah. I feel like Charles is like, this fight is on this card. This is the one with such implications. Like this is one that, as far as the weight classes go, who shakes out where, this is going to tell us so much about whether it is Charles next, whether Arman's the real deal, or whether he's just kind of like overly pumped. But moving up the card, I'll make this quick because I've spent a lot of time on it in our other preview show. But I've got a surprise pick. I got Jamahal Hill underdog for plus 120 money line. I just say some controversial things. Styles make fights. Alex Pereira is definitely the most overrated champion, maybe in the history of the UFC.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Because he's got great skills. He's got just his stand-up is lights out. Yes, I acknowledge that. But you also moved him up the chain against guys that wouldn't be able to implement wrestling on him. And moreover, people who would not try Sean Strickland. So we know those things are happening. You're feeding him matchups that are favorable. Now, he won them. He understood the assignment. He came in and he did what he needed to do, and he passed with flying colors. So this is not pointed negatively at Alex. But what I do see is that we have not seen him go against somebody who's disciplined with their grappling. Jiri Prochazka took him down. He's actually doing really well. If he had used the grappling a little bit more, he could have done even better. But other people have not had a disciplined approach to the grappling. You notice Izzy, when he started to figure out the wrist control, actually was starting to slow him down with the grappling. And Izzy he can grapple. Trust me. I've seen him. He can roll, dude. He's got a purple belt from Andre Galvao. I mean, he can do things. He's good. But that's not his money thing here. And it's not his skill. So I think what you saw there, the reason why that fight was so competitive is because Alex is going to fight him in the phase of the fight that he wants to fight in, the striking. Here, I think Jamal has the fight IQ. On his show, he surprises me. Some of his analysis is extremely high level and technical. I don't think people understand the head on his shoulders that he has. So I'm riding hard on Jamahal Hill. Please don't let me down, man. I have a feeling that he's going to expose Alex Pereira here. I think Alex has been chinned quite a bit by a lot of people. And I think the way he got knocked out by Izzy was a weird knockout. And it's the kind of knockout that you see from guys when it's getting to be close to the chin getting deteriorated. People get kind of a little bit, and they just go perk, and it's over. The juices are not flowing. Like, you just get rattled loose. So just the way that looked to me, I am seeing maybe like some kind of three-piece combo getting in and getting out. I'm going Jamahal Hill. MMA guy.
I like it. I like it. I think it's definitely possible, and I think plus money. If it's a toss-up, go with the plus money. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got big power, so I think if he connects one time, it's over. And we've seen Pereira knocked out once against Adesanya, but that's it. So we'll see it. If it happens again. My best bet is going to be Justin Gaethje over Max Holloway. I think this is a fight. Look at the opponents they faced. Like Max Holloway, his last two fights were Arnold Allen and Korean Zombie. Look at, Gaethje, he's fighting Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, like these huge names that are, much more talented than the guys that Holloway's fighting. More than that, he's going up in a weight class to fight Justin Gaethje. So Justin Gaethje has the size advantage, the strength advantage. I think he is going to be the first one to knock out Max Holloway in the UFC. And that's all I have to say about it. I think he's going to be bigger, stronger, and he's going to connect more. He's got the advantage in maybe not the speed realm, but I don't think Holloway's going to shut him out. Holloway's last 5 fights, 4 of them are by decision. So he's not the kind of guy to put people out like he's, I guess, known for. And the Calvin Kattar fight was it was a brutal beatdown. Like he destroyed Calvin Kattar. But he knocked him out. So I think if Gaethje can survive, which I think he will, I think he'll win this fight. I just don't think there's enough that Holloway can do to beat him. I don't think he has enough weapons in his arsenal to get Gaethje out of there or to win in like the wrestling. That's the other way. That's not his style. So I don't see a way that Holloway could win this fight, to be honest.
What about Max's speed?
Speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fast, but he hasn't knocked people out. Like he knocked out his last fight. He beat Zombie. But, I mean, other than that, it's like he's
a deteriorated Zombie, too.
He's winning by decisions. He's not going to, yeah. So, yeah. That's how I think it's going to go. Gaethje.
The BMF belt.
I actually see a different outcome. I think Connor's going to come out of the audience and hit Justin Gaethje over the head with like his belt, and then maybe the refs like turn around not looking at it, and then he knocks him out. He like runs in and interferes like WWE. I think we're going to see some crossover. Yeah, I think like Mania crossover to UFC 300. Like if we get to the point where all these fights are like that, where like the BMF title, for instance, feels a little wrestling to me. That always has. And that is, I'm not crazy about that, to be honest. I'm not crazy about it. Like I would almost rather them just say, hey guys, this is what it really is the 165-pound title, which in so many ways it kind of is turning into that. But that fight, I'm definitely thinking is going to be one of those sad moments that we have to endure as fans. Let's hope not. But best case scenario for both guys is it's a war and they both come out with their moments, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's a BMF belt, so hopefully they live up to that expectation.
Is Mark Coleman putting the belt on him afterwards?
That'd be cool.
Is he?
Is
that confirmed?
About that. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, though. But Alex is right, though. They're going to make it somehow, like we talked about in the last episode, they're going to make it somewhat like WWE. Like they're going to get McGregor sideline. He's going to want the BMF belt. It's just going to be something stupid. But I think the right thing to do that'd be cool to have Mark Coleman do it. I think if Gaethje wins, he said he wouldn't mind having him do that.
Mark Coleman's a real G, man. He's from the old times, like before even I was watching. Like he's from the old times. Almost died in a house fire recently too. So our thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family, Mark. Thoughts and prayers are what I give when I can't give anything substantial, like actual support or money. Definitely takes it.
But if you use these picks, you can get a lot of money. You can donate it to your friends. You can donate it to your own bank account. You can buy a new house with these picks. So make sure to follow us, track our picks, and then comment down below if you guys have any picks like this. We're super excited for UFC 300. And then right before this, we just filmed a pretty long preview breaking down each fight of the night. Since basically every fight's a good fight, except one of them. That includes Bo Nickel. No, we're kidding. But every fight's good, considering. And we broke it down. It's about an hour long. So make sure you guys check that out. And then we might try to do another video this Thursday, kind of break it down the press conference and see if anything changed. Like UFC 200, there was a lot of changes throughout the week before. So we're trying to break down, see if anything happens. Any news comes out throughout the week. Hopefully no injuries because, like we said, this is a great card, so we don't want to mess it up. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, check out the socials, and we'll see you guys next time.